Is there no age limit in this bill?
My understanding, 18 is the way this would be construed.
I just want to make sure there wasn't an explicit age limit. My concern...
No, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't understand your question. No, there is not an explicit age limit.
Of course, we have strict age limits on marriage in Tennessee, and I don't think we want to get away from that.
You're aware that our current law does have an age limit.
Yes.
We're going to pass this bill out with no age limit on here. I would hope that we would consider that and vote against this bill.
We're making a whole bunch to do and getting off in the weeds here. Age 17 still applicable?
No, sir. That applies to marriage licenses. This creates a different part.
Whoops. There's Tennessee. They just informally legalized child marriage as they're trying to outlaw gay marriage, because you can only think of one thing at a time. But the other thing is not as much of a big of a deal. So there's more deliberations that they went through when they accidentally overlooked the fact that they've allowed for children to be married, probably by grown adults, because they're too busy worried about gay folks. Here's more on those deliberations and the realization of what they've done.
This bill does not come from a place of kindness and understanding, but rather a place of prejudice and contempt. The rhetoric behind this bill implies that gay men and women have devalued or tainted the marriage process in Tennessee, a separate registry, religion as a guise to avoid using the same licenses afforded to same-sex couples. The nicest word that comes to mind is silly. Make no mistake about it. Same-sex marriage is marriage. Bothered feelings are no basis for obstructing the equal dignity we as LGBT people expect as citizens of the greatest country in the world. May God continue to bless Tennessee.
Frankly, I feel kind of like the tide has changed, and if there's any hostility, it's against those people who do believe marriage comes from God and do believe it's between one man and woman. They don't deserve the hostility they're getting. And if there's any lack of kindness or understanding, it's not on the part of the people bringing this bill. It's a little sad.
Thank you. Thank you.
Say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. You move out to civil court.
So there you have it, Ida. Right there, there is no, by the way, I like the last part because Leatherwood, who was part of the bill sponsors there, was like, now he's the victim. Now this gay agenda is coming for him, and pointing out how he's trying to legalize marriage for children in the state because he's too hyper-focused on gay folks and how much he hates them.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is that you watch The Handmaid's Tale, you watch The Hunger Games. These people who want to make America great again want to go back to subjugating women, queer people, children, and having everybody at their feet doing whatever they want. If you pay attention to the stuff that they are doing against women and against queer people, it's just that the white man and his final stand of power and oppressing everybody else. And I really want the white men who say that they are not racist and that they are not sexist and that they're not abusers to stand up against those white men, because that's what this is about.
They wanted terrorists, Muslims to stand up against terrorists when all that was going on 9/11. So, hey, take care of your people.